Hi. In this episode, we're going to talk about how to change ownership. What does that exactly mean? Well, let me explain. Every file and directory in Linux have a user ID associated with it, that is the user owner, and a group ID associated, which is the group owner. Now, you can change this around in order to give ownership of files and directories and manage that ownership. The command that we're going to talk about is chown, meaning change owner. It allows you to change the ownership for a file or directory to another user or another group. The chgrp is an alternative command which can also be used but only allows you to change that GID or group ownership of certain files and directories. Now, upcoming in our lab, we're going to discuss how to actually execute the chown and the chgrp commands to manage ownership of your files and directories. Please stay tuned. In this episode, we're going to show how to change ownership of files and directories. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. I'll open up the terminal and show you around. If I show you the list of files, of course, it doesn't give too much information. However, if I type ls-l, this gives more information about the files that are currently in this directory. You can see from the left-hand side, this is actually reading the file permissions and the file type. The dash means this is a regular file. The D means this is a directory. The L means this is a link. Now, this is the necessary permissions for the file. And then finally, you have the user owner and the group owner. Every file and directory have a user owner and a group owner. What this allows you to do is give certain permissions that are denoted down here to the user who owns this file and the group who owns this file. So if you want a file to have certain access level by a certain group, you can change the permission or even the group ownership. So the two commands that we're going to show are chown for changing owner and chgrp for changing the group owner. This is how you use it. I'm going to say sudo, which is, of course, in case I'm working with, so I can work with root permissions, and then chown to change ownership. And I can give the ownership to another user, and I can actually also identify after the colon, if I choose to, a group as well. And some file like etc.tar, you give the password, and voila, the work is done. I have changed the ownership of this etc.tar from administrator to Chgrp and the group sales. Now, we can prove that if I do ls-l, you can see that the file ownership have been changed. You can also just use chown without the group and just change the user owner of the file. So let's change it back to administrator. And now, if you observe, this etc.tar file is back to the same user. To change a group ownership, specifically and only the group ownership, you can also use the chgrp command, or you can use chown and do not identify a user. Simply, you will identify a new group. So here, you can identify a group with the chown command as well to change the ownership, to a new group, as you see here. You can also conversely use the chgrp command and only change the group ownership of your file. So again, if we observe, the group ownership has been changed back with the chgrp command. So the two commands that you are going to use to manage ownership of your files and directories are chown to give a new user owner and chgrp to give a new group owner to files and directories. I hope you've enjoyed and learned something in this episode. I'll see you in the next one.